Habari, my name is Olaf. I was baptized Olo Odiambo here. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Belgium, just like Joost. I have studied architecture before, 5 years in Ghent, and then now I did 1 year of educational master studies in Brussels. But actually last year I already started one course in that studies to taste, to get a flavor of it. And that's when I spoke to someone who was responsible for internships abroad. And she told me it was maybe possible in Africa or South America, but I was like, yeah, I want to go to Africa. It's my first time, it would be my first time in Africa. And so then she linked me to a professor who had a connection with a PhD student, Dorothy, here at Jooust. And so that's how I got here actually. And then I came together here with Jewel more than 2 months ago. It has been a good ride. I remember that the first time we got here to the university was actually when we went for a run. Jewel and I, we went running quite a lot during our stay here. And so during our first run, we actually arrived here at the university, and we saw all the people looking at us, yelling Muzungu, and we were like, oh, what's happening? So we were like a bit overwhelmed, but in a good way. And from that moment onwards, we really felt how people are very welcoming, how people are not shy to talk to you, how people are genuinely interested in you. And so that's very different from what we know in Belgium. In Belgium we don't have those informal talks. We don't chat just like that with anyone, and that's what happened here. And I'm very grateful for that kind of experience. That made me coming here with a smile on my face. That's very different. That's very different from what I know in Belgium. And then over the weeks that we worked here, we worked quite a lot during the week. We were a good team, I think. We were lucky to interview very interesting educators for our thesis. We had very good informal chats with them as well, and so actually we made very nice connections that were even sometimes more interesting than the work we were doing here. So I think that's how I could summarize the journey here. Yeah. Well, that's a difficult one about the expectations, because I had never been to Africa before, so never Kenya either. So I didn't know what to expect actually. I was just very what's the word that I'm looking for? I was very interested. I was very curious to know what it would be like. So it's difficult to say what my expectations were. I already knew. I heard that African people are very warm people, and my expectations about the warm people were true actually. That's how I can say it.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't have too many expectations, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think much of the skills I had in Belgium were actually improved or enhanced here. Like Jules spoke about the communication skills, and that's very true. I really learned how to communicate on a different level here, which I'm not used to in Belgium. Because we had to talk with educators, then we had to talk with other researchers, with students, so it was very different people that we had to talk to, so we had to adapt our communication skills to that. Maybe I would also say like research skills as well for our project. We were working with in the VLIR office, and so I got to meet a lot of researchers over there, and so you could feel the research vibe. And I think Jill and I also got very into that, got very immersed into that vibe. And then maybe also teamwork skills. We had to work with just two of us, for a very long time actually, and I think so that those skills have very much improved. Yeah, sure. So actually our main project here was our master thesis that was about the educators' beliefs about blended learning. So a combination of online and physical learning. Actually we don't really have a lot of experience in education because we have done other studies before. So it was, I think, pretty new for us to do it. But once we got to interview the educators, I think we got to the point we wanted to make step by step, and I think at the end we had a very nice conclusion that we made. Also because of very interesting insights from the educators. Sometimes insights that were very different from what we expected, like from in Belgium, but then sometimes insights that were very much similar. So I think the context of our thesis is a very interesting point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, challenges. Yeah, maybe of course there are some infrastructural challenges that we don't see a lot in Brussels, like power fluctuations. Yeah, so electricity and internet connectivity that are not as good as in Belgium. But that's also because of the context, and we adapted to it very quickly. Also because of help of some of the people in the office or out of the office. So actually, if there was a challenge, it was always sorted out. So that's one thing that I will certainly remember, is that once you have a problem here, because of all the informal connections you have with people, actually challenges are solved quickly. So I'm very happy about that. Then maybe, yeah, cultural challenges. Yeah, of course the culture is different from ours. Like the Swahili time, for example, was something we had to adapt to. But after 2 months, yeah, we're also running on Swahili time now. So it's actually it's a nice thing now. We don't rush anymore like we are used to in Belgium, because there we always stick to our time schedule. So everyone is rushing. But here, Hakuna Haraka, no one is really rushing, and we've adapted very well to it. So I'm happy we've adapted to that. And otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't like to talk too much about cultural challenges, because we knew that when we would come here, cultures would be different. So you have to be open to that. And I think Jules and I, we both were very open during our stay here. So in that case, it wasn't a challenge at all. Also, the Kenyan people were also very open towards us. So I think it worked in two ways very well in that case. Yeah. Yeah, I already talked about like that a lot of things here are like Hakuna Haraka, running on Swahili time. So I very much like it. But maybe in the beginning we didn't have a big clue about what would happen here. But if we would have had some kind of schedule, I think we would have had also like a plan for ourselves as well. So now, because now we had to make our plans ourselves a little bit, which went very well. Also because we were able to stay with some one assistant at the Vleer office for the 2 months and a half. So he assisted us both as well. So in that case, it all worked out well in the end. But maybe just in the beginning, if we would have had some clue about the schedule, that would have been nice too. That's maybe the only thing I can think about. My message to the people here at Jooust, I think my message to them would be that I'm very grateful to have had this experience here. That they were all very open, welcoming to us. That they helped us, helped us with our projects, helped us integrating here. And I think they should be proud of themselves, of how they live their lives here, how they work with us, how they interact with us. I genuinely think Kenyan people here are very, very good people. They made my experience a very, very warm and good experience. Yeah, Tamu. A general message then to my Belgian friends, and actually, I would say to them that this kind of experience is such a good experience because of the fact that you're like immersed in another context, and you're able to forget about your own context, so that you have to be open-minded, and I think that's the big thing. It opens your mind. Being in another culture, being in another environment. I think that's what I will take back home. I would certainly recommend Jooust to my friends, and certainly because I think this university is more than just an institution. I think it's almost like a family. It's a little village, even called. But I think, the fact that it's more than just an institution. That's what I will tell everyone. Yeah. Thank you.